So I just posted a little bit of a reel, not a little bit. I posted a reel on Instagram, and I am just feeling such a call to do this video and share it to my YouTube channel. And um, there are so many people going through things right now. We have been really for the last several years, right? With everything that's been coming in. And now we're hitting we're having things that are happening and have been having things happening in the astrals that haven't happened for hundreds and hundreds of years. And we're being supported in ultimately the collective, meaning all of us. We are all wanting to understand what it feels like and it means to be God in form. And we're learning, right? We're learning, we're going through these processes, we're going through these experiences of being human on earth. And if you listen to my last podcast, I talked about how I believe that we went from a place of oneness, of wholeness, to duality. And I believe that that was the symbolism in the Garden of Eden with the fruit. And in that, then we know death. And yet we know that we are more than just this physical body, and we chose into this physical body. So what I'm observing and what I'm witnessing and what I'm receiving is that our bodies are starting to hold more light and being asked to hold more light. Our frequency is upgrading. It's up leveling. And as that happens, if you're not aware enough or have the tools that are assisting you in supporting the physical body, this would look like being asked to not just ride this wave that's happening, but actually to dive into it and be the wave, which means seeing the limiting beliefs that you're holding, seeing the shadow places within you of whatever it is that's coming into your life. If relationships are dying, they probably need to die in order to support you in your soul's path in this life. If you're butting up against something that's really heavy in your life, having whatever shift and change it is, know that it is supportive to you. And the question that you get to then ask yourself is, why is this coming in? What do I get to look at that's within me? And this is a place too, especially if it's really deep and heavy, please reach out for help. There's so many of us out there that have skill sets and abilities to be a guide to assisting you in coming more and more into yourself and finding more and more of your wisdom. I've always struggled with, there's a lot of talk of ascension, 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 and people think it's going out of themselves. And if you've seen my Instagram stories, I just posted some of this yesterday, but ascension is not that. It is not leaving. It's not the purpose of us being human in form is not to leave what we're here to do. Like we are here to come more and more into the self. Ascension is coming more home to the self, which means finding and learning what we are and coming into our spiritual center of all that we're capable of. And in order to do that, there's a few things that I would like to offer. I truly believe that what we are here, and I am so excited to be alive. This is a fascinating time to exist on this planet and to be a part of this grand unfolding that is happening right now. And I believe that we have every ability to create heaven on earth, and it starts with us first. This book that I'm now diving into is talking about reemerging the Christ within, because the access that we all have to hold and own that God spaces within us, the Christ itself, is fully accessible to every single one of us. And I believe strongly that when we lean into this and when we actually allow for ourselves to be open to these possibilities, by us doing our work and coming more and more into that, it reverberates out in the world. And this, my friends, is how we create heaven on earth. It's how we create the peace that we're seeking. But in order to do that, we also get to embrace the shadow self. The shadow and the light get to come together in wholeness within us. So a few things that I know for me that I have been witnessing that have been very, very helpful. One, where are you in your daily practice? Do you have a daily practice of coming to meditation, of coming to the self, of slowing down, of supporting the physical, mental, and emotional bodies, and supporting the spiritual bodies? Or are you completely avoiding it? Are you just numbing out? If you're numbing out, this is your call to stop doing that. You're numbing out for a reason. What is asking to be looked at? And how can you take that first step in nourishing yourself? Maybe it's even just walking outside for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Whatever that is of a daily practice that gets to be invited into your life right now, and as I'm talking, there's probably something that's popping. Whatever that was, trust that and start doing that thing. For me, it was a reminder, oh my goodness, I've gotten out of my daily meditation practices. I get to go back into that. 2, what are you putting in your body? After my last retreat, I had a very deep call that I needed to cleanse. And I used to cleanse all the time. It used to be part of my practice. I'd cleanse in the spring and the fall. The spring is a beautiful time to cleanse. And over the last several years, when I try to cleanse, my body would be thrown into a major detox where, I mean, I'm throwing up and migraines and really, really bad. And so when that came in, it was like, okay, whew, I get to cleanse. What does that look like for me? What gets to be more nourishing and supportive to my body? And the irony is I actually didn't start cleansing when I first got this, and I got sick. And then we started traveling, so I wasn't able to. So when I came home, it was like, all right, I'm hearing you. I got it. I need to cleanse. And for me, that cleansing was I needed to bring more plants into my diet. So for me, I'm doing the plant paradox, which is you do like a 3-day cleanse, and then it's a six week of eating. Really, it's a lectin free diet. And that's for me. What I do know to be very, very true is every single one of our physical makeup and our physical bodies are very different. What I also know to be true is plants hold more light. So if you're wanting to hold more light in your physical body, then you should be eating more plants, period. Animal meat is a lot more dense. It doesn't hold light like plants do. So what is it that your physical body is needing? What are you putting in your body right now that needs to be stopped? And maybe it's just as simple as stopping soda. Maybe it's as simple as stopping sugar. Maybe it's as simple, whatever it is. Again, as I'm saying this, more than likely you had something ping. Listen to that. That's your intuition. That's your inner voice that's guiding you. You have a very, very strong intuition. I hope you pay attention to it. 3, water. Water. Get clean water from wherever that you can and drink more of it. I'm trying to drink at least 100 ounces a day, which has been a little bit of a challenge. I should be drinking probably more than that right now. But water, and the breath. The last thing that I would offer right now is breath. When you're feeling those heavy moments, when you're feeling that struggle in your life, when you're feeling the density, is there some sort of a breath practice that you can incorporate to your daily life that will assist you in bringing more oxygen to the cells? And maybe it's just as simple as noticing that those times when you're not breathing. When we're stressed, when we're having a hard time, we have a tendency to hold our breath. So taking just even right now, taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth is one of the best breaths just to cleanse. This calms the nervous system. It brings you back to center. And it's a beautiful, beautiful tool. Breath is one of the most powerful tools that we have that is so easy, you guys. It's so easy. And there's a beautiful, beautiful people that know the breath super well. In fact, I'm going to tag one of my amazing friends that does, she calls them BAM workshops, that's all around the breath. Her name's Audrey, and I will link her below. And you know what? One more thing. One of the things that I feel like we are all on some level being asked to do is to trust ourselves even more fully. And as we're moving through this, it's a good time to reflect. You know what? I do know myself. I have received answers. I can trust that inner knowing that's coming in. And who are my guides that I get to walk with every day? Are you actively calling in your guides every morning to assist you, to support you, and knowing that they're walking besides you? When that mind starts getting over rampant, turn on music, slow it down, call in your guides, be with me. I need you I need you right now. God, Jesus, Yahshua, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, whoever it is, your dad, your grandfather, whoever it is, I need your support right now. I need your anchoring to help quiet the mind. And for me, that has been a really beautiful practice that has been helpful to just quiet the mind. So wherever you are today, know that you're not alone, that there's so many that are going through this right now, and what a beautiful time it is to be alive. Lean in, allow for your body to hold more light. And in this, there are immense gifts that get to come through this. We are asking to know more and more of our God selves. And in order to know more and more of that, we get to embrace these parts of us that don't feel super fun, that are uncomfortable, because we're asking to grow. And with growth, this is part of it. So let go of attachments of what it should be. Let go of that attachment to not feeling the greatest or the uncomfortability. That attachment creates pain. Plain and simple, that attachment creates suffering, actually, not the pain. Pain is going to happen. It's the suffering, that the attachment creates. So let go of the attachments of what things should be, or how the world should be, or how your family should be, or your husband, or your wife, or your partner, or your friend. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Release, release, release. You've got this. If you need help, reach out. Sending you all love.